So for this module, we're going to understand password cracking, some of the different ways that it's done, how it's done, and how we can protect ourselves against that. We'll understand different kinds of passwords attacks, as well as identifying different cracking tools that can be used for password cracking. We're also going to look at the countermeasures on how we try to stop people. There's not a whole lot that we can do if the passwords are poorly chosen. However, we're going to look at some of the best practices to try to stop people from cracking passwords. We're then going to look at escalating privileges. After all, if the account that I decide to hack or the hacker hacks is a guest account with not a lot of clearances, there's not a lot he can do. So one of the first things they're going to try to do is escalate the privileges of that account. We're also going to take a look at keyloggers and other different spyware. In other words, things on the system that may give out more information than we want them to give out. We'll also look at hiding files, and we'll talk about rootkits. Finally, we'll follow up with the use of steganography and covering our tracks. So let's begin here. Like I said, we'll start out with the password guessing, which is one of the simplest forms of passwords attacks. We'll look at password sniffing and the other kind of tools we can use for passwords. And we'll also talk about how we can implement countermeasures to these different password cracks. We'll then look at escalating our privileges, executing applications after we have elevated our privileges, hiding files, and then trying to cover our tracks here.